Right, so this is the second part, you know what I mean? Shalom to the Akiams and Akwats out there tuned in again. You know what I mean? Kalalam Naya Bashim Yashai Bashim Kwadash, the banners to the elders and apostles of JMS Great Millstone again, yo. So as I was going into, you know what I mean, Matthew 6 and 30, you know what I mean? We're just gonna start off, yo, you know what I mean? Because this is just part 2 to the previous video. It says, wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? You know what I mean? So hey, build up that faith, yo. You know what I mean? Build up the faith, yo. Stop worrying about these minor things, yo. The Most High will take care of them. The Most High clothe the grass of the field, yo. You know what I mean? So how much more so you? You know what I mean? Says 31, therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? You know, so don't worry about that, yo. That's not what for you to worry about, yo. Only stay focused, yo. You know what I mean? Because if you worry about all these things, you're gonna end up back in the world, yo, because you're worry about saving yourself. You know what I mean? And what scripture tells us about saving ourselves, yo. Can just jump to let's jump to my 10 real quick. You know what I mean? It says let's see here. Okay. All right. All right, this is Matthew 10 and 39. It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. You know what I mean? So that's basically you saving your life, yo, and you just end up lose it, yo. And it'll say that in Luke 12. We'll get into Luke 12 as well, yo. But let's finish out Matthew 6 real quick. Matthew 6 back to verse 20. See here, 28, right? All right, now 28 it says 32, you know what I mean? It says, for after these things do the Gentiles seek, for your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. You think the Most High don't know, yo? You know what I mean? The Most High isn't inconsiderate, yo. You know what I mean? The Most High knows what you need. He sees it, you know, and he will give it unto you. Just wants you to stay focused, you know. It's like let me use an analogy of a teacher. You know what I mean? A teacher basically, let's say you're studying for a debate, yo, or a school quiz competition, right? And the teacher wants you to stay focused. You know what I mean? Tells you, all right, stay in the seat. You know what I mean? Only focus on studying, and everything else that you need, I'll bring them to you. You want some food? Just tell me, I'll bring it to you. You know what I mean? You want some water? I'll bring it to you. You know what I mean? You want anything you want, yo. I just want you to sit here and study. You know what I mean? Just have a trust in that teacher. Say, all right, I'll sit and I'll study. You know what I mean? If I want something, you know what I mean? I'll ask for it. You know, and the teacher will bring it. And every time you ask teacher, bring it, teacher, bring it. You know what I mean? At the same with the Most High, but even way better because what you don't even have to ask. The Most High see it already. The Most High know, yo. The Most High see it already. So you don't have to ask, you know? So just keep your eye single, and the Most High will give you all of these things. Jehovah Shai will give you all of these things that you desire. Right? It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High. Seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh. You know what I mean? You want riches, you want wealth. Matter of fact, if you want true riches and true wealth, seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High. And trust me, all of these will be given unto you. Treasures will be laid up in heaven. You know what I mean? Eyes have not seen, ear have not heard, yo. What's to come? You know? It says, seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added on to you, yo. So your basic needs, yo. How should I said it best? Birds have nests, foxes have holes, son of man has nowhere to lay his head, yo. We're pilgrims upon the earth, yo. Shouldn't be looking to build any solace upon this life, yo, any consolidation, yo, because this isn't our rest. Micah 2 and 1, arise and depart, yo. For Micah 2 and 10, arise and depart, for this is not our rest, yo. You know what I mean? So pilgrims, you know what I mean? We only need the basic things to get by. We don't need the whole fancy dance, yo. We don't need the millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? We don't need fancy car, the mansion. all of the women. We don't need the hype of this life, the fame. We don't need none of that, yo. You know what I mean? Only thing we need is salvation from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the promise to come through, yo. You know what I mean? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai himself, yo. That's all we need, you know, upon this life, you know what I mean? We need Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know what I mean? All things will be given into you the kingdom, even way much more than you can ever think about, yo. Way much more than you can fathom, you know? So let's get this in Luke, and I'll try to speed through Luke 12, Luke 12, verse 16, right? Says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought up fruit plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, this will I do, I will pull down my barns, I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. You know what I mean? And the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required. So this man, he had everything he wanted in this life. You know what I mean? He had his barns, riches, fruits, food to last him until his lifetime. You know what I mean? And all this wanted was more and more to build, you know what I mean, to eat, to be merry, pleasure, solace. That's all this man sought for, yo, you know. But what? Moses said, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. The Moses basically took the spirit from this man, or took his soul. He died, basically, you know what I mean, gave up the ghost. You know what I mean? And it goes on to says, then whose shall these things be, and which thou hast provided, yo? You know what I mean? Now all I am rich is all I am labor for, yo. Who's it gonna be for, yo? You can no longer take pleasure in it, yo. Might not even be for him kin. He's his next of kin, yo. The same thing that Solomon said in Ecclesiastes, yo. A man work it all his life to get basically uh to get riches, roughly paraphrasing it. And what happened, yo? He dies. And then the person that comes after him, yo, you won't even know who's gonna come after you. If that man is a righteous man or a wicked man, yo. And that's just vanity, vexation of spirit, yo. You know what I mean? So how we apply this day. Don't seek all of this multi-million dollar car, mansion, riches upon riches, you know what I mean? Because what? At the end of the day, everything will be destroyed, yo. Who's gonna get all of that afterwards? Nobody, yo. It's all gonna be for naught, you know. It's all gonna be for naught, yo. It's just like, it's as I've said, being a pilgrim, yo. Because if a pilgrim does what, you know what I mean, they don't stay in one place, they travel. You know what I mean. So if you visit a city and you know you're only gonna stay there for a certain time, you won't seek to build upon build, have businesses there. You know what I mean. Build a mansion. You know what I mean. Try to get rich right there. Try to be famous in that city, yo. Why? Because you know you soon leave, and all of that you probably won't even go back there, yo. So that will be for naught, yo. And it's the same thing. Right now we'll soon leave this world. You know what I mean. How about Shemeshai will return real soon, tear down this world, Esau's rulership, and build up a righteous rulership, a righteous kingdom, and everything on this side will be destroyed. You know what I mean? Says 21, so is he that laid up treasure for himself. So the man will lay up treasure for himself on this world, yo, will just die, and then all of that what he worked for will be for naught. And who will get it after him, yo? Not even he himself won't even know, yo, because all of them lay up wills. You know, them leave a will. Sometimes the lawyer them thief it as well. You know what I mean? Sometimes the government bodies steal it as well, yo. You know what I mean? So you're not even sure, yo, if your next of kin will reap the benefits of your work. You know what I mean? So that's all vanity, vexation of spirit, yo. It's sad. It says, and he said unto his disciples, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, neither for the body what ye shall put on. The life is more than meat, and the body more than raiment, yo. You know what I mean? The life is more than meat, yo. What you eat, life is way more than that, yo. You know what I mean? Because the crowd is seeking after lobster, shrimp, and all of that delicacies as they call it, yo. You know what I mean? You're gonna go after those things because it's the fashion. No, forget that, yo. You know what I mean? The life is way more than food. You know what I mean? It says on the body more than raiment. You know what I mean? The new brand, the brands brand shoe, pants, shirt, hat. You make sure you get all of that because hey, it's a fashion. You know what I mean? Right, forget all of that, yo. You know what I mean? Forget that. And it even goes to speak on a lower level as well. If you're just worrying about what you're gonna eat the next day, you know what I mean? Worry about what you put on. Don't worry about that, yo. The most I got you, yo. You just wanted to keep your eyes single. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean you're gonna be naive, yo. That doesn't mean you're gonna be naive. A job interview come your way, you'll be like, oh, well, the most I will send me someone. No. That's just different. That's being naive, yo. The most is not mocked. You know what I mean? So if you be able to deal with discern things, you have wisdom, and that begins with the fear of the Most High. 24. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouses nor barns. Plain, and the Most High feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowls? Hey, that's plain. 25. And which of you, with taking thought, can add to his stature 1 cubit? And if ye then not be able to do that least, why take ye thought for the rest? Consider the lilies, how they grow, they toil not, they spin not, and yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Right? And now you can read, hey, read 12, yo. Read 12. I'll jump down to 29. It says, and seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, neither be of a doubtful mind. Woo! Don't be of a doubtful mind, you don't doubt. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't doubt that the Most High will provide for you because it tells us in Sirach. I mean, if you have a doubtful mind, you won't be defended. You know what I mean? Sirach 1 verse 13. Get that real quick. Cause hey, that's definitely needed right now, yo. Yeah? Don't be doubtful. Can't be doubtful, you know what I mean? Well, Sirach 2, I think it's verse 14. It says, let's get down to it. Woe unto you that have lost patience. Slack, yeah. That isn't it. 13, it says, woe unto him that is faint hearted, right? Doubtful, for he believeth not, therefore he shall not be defended. So if you doubt the Most High, definitely won't provide for you, because the Most High wants that faith, yo. You know what I mean? Wants that 100% faith, belief, trust in him. You know what I mean? You know? So let's get back to Luke real quick. Luke 12. Let's get to verse 40 this time. So this is Luke 12 and verse 40. Verse 39, it says, it's like, yeah. Alright, it's like, yeah. See here. Ooh. Alright, verse 30, 30, it says, for all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. And the Most High knows you, but rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. You know what I mean? Give you the kingdom, yo. So the Most High wants to give you the kingdom, yo. He will give you the kingdom, yo. Just believe and keep your eyes single and focused on the task at hand. You know what I mean? This is let's get Psalms real quick. This is Psalms chapter 34, the verse 9. Right? It says, O fear Yahweh, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Most High shall not want any good thing. You know what I mean? So you won't want for anything, yo. You know what I mean? The Most High will provide for you, yo. He knows, he sees, you know? He will provide, yo. Just trust him. Cast that trust upon him, yo. You know what I mean? That blind trust. You know? That blind trust, yo. Because that's all I have, your faith, yo. You don't see the Most High, yo. You know what I mean? It isn't just blind. I won't say, yo, it's just blind trust, as that's just an expression as well. You know what I mean? Because scriptures tell you about men who've trusted in the Most High, yo, and were delivered. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we don't see the Most High. You know what I mean? We don't see him helping us, you know? but physically that is, you know. But hey, you trust that he will deliver you. And a lot of times, I know a lot of brothers have accounts of where the Most High basically has helped them. Us basically being in this world, yo, in this faith, yo, that's a miracle on its own, yo. That's the Most High's help, yo. You know, pulling us off us from the basically the congregation of the dead. This is Matthew 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto him, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? And every one that had forsaken houses, brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life, yo. That's where treasures should be, yo. Those are treasures in the kingdom to come, yo. So forsake all of that in this time life, yo. Only focus on the how YASHAMIAHLA, the promised kingdom. And hey, all of these things that are forsaken on this side will be given to you 100-fold in the kingdom and righteousness, yo, in righteousness. You know what I mean? You won't have to worry about. It tells you that where where moth or rust doth not corrupt, and where thieves don't break into steal. You won't have to worry about men. You know what I mean? Hating you, despising you because all of the riches in the kingdom. You won't have to worry about men stealing. You know what I mean? Killing you for your possessions. You know what I mean? You won't have to worry about the wickedness of your wife, children. You won't have to worry about any of that. You won't have to worry about anything going bad. You know what I mean? Hey, trust me, it will worth it, yo. It will worth it. You know, it will be worth it. So let's get John real quick. This is John 6:26. Uh, all right. So this is John 6 verse 26. Yahushua answered them and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me, not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled. And that's because a lot of the multitude were following him because of the miracles he did and also the food. I mean, so the more Yahushua knew, Yahushua said, these people, they aren't sincere, You're only following for two things. You know what I mean? It says, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him that Most High, the Father, sealed, yo. So don't labor for the meat which perisheth, yo. You know what I mean? Don't labor for riches and wealth in this life, for basically solace in this life, yo. You know what I mean? But labor for the everlasting life to come, the kingdom to come, yo. You know what I mean? Labor for righteousness, the return of Yahweh Shai. Labor for your crown. Labor to basically be rulers of the earth, yo. And much more. Labor for that, yo. You know what I mean? Not for these things that will perish away soon. You know what I mean? Because the fashion of this world passed away. Right? Let's get this last precept, and I think I'll close it out on this one. This is back in Psalms again, 37 and verse 25. It says, uh, I have been young and now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Woo. And that's why I said, yo, even in a sense, we have that we have blind trust, and the trust isn't all that blind, yo. You know what I mean? Because we have these accounts to help build up our faith. You know what I mean? Build up our faith, yo. I mean, and at the same time, we hope that the Most High delivers because we trust in Him, and hope that is seen isn't hope, yo. So it says, I have been young and now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. The Most High will deliver, yo. The Most High isn't a man like us to break promises, yo. You know what I mean? And if you have men that can keep promises, yo, how much more the Most High, you know? Most I can give a promise with his eye closed. You know what I mean? Just to emphasize on it, yo. But hey, the most I will deliver, yo. You know what I mean? If I don't believe or trust in anything else in this world, trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? Trust in the ministry, trust in the work, trust in the spirit. You know what I mean? Because hey, Moses is in slack concerning his promise, as someone counted slackness. You know what I mean? He will deliver. Just leave your trust upon him, yo. You know? So I hope this lesson was edifying, uplifting, you know what I mean, to the body, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash, the one as the elders and apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, peace, love, and salutations to all of the Akims in the four corners of this earth, pushing this word with all truth and honesty, yo. You know what I mean? To speckled brother Akims and Aquas out there who are tuned in, listening, and learning sincerely. Shalom.